I have to ask about casting, like as an actor, selfishly. I apologize.
Yeah, for sure.
How involved are you in the process? What do you like to see when you're casting? Like, what's your relationship with like casting directors? That was like 7 questions in one.
No, it's all good. Let's talk about casting. So it's always different depending on like what the project is, whether I come in as an episodic director and there is like a brand new series regular being cast, or if I'm doing a feature and I'm casting the whole shebang. In the very beginning, when you're doing attachments, there is no auditioning process, obviously. Like, you're trying to go out to, name talent that will finance your thing or whatever. But so, like, let's move past that.
Yes,
but
please.
To working with a casting director, I think it is really important that it's like working with a key where you're explaining, like, what ilk of person are you looking for? Like, because I think, maybe there's this feeling of like, well, any actor could play anything, like whatever. But the truth is if you're looking for a Irish Italian family in New York, it is different than like a family in Texas,
Right.
like or whatever. So I think having a casting director that is committed to understanding that and can communicate that with you is so important. And also, they know the town so much better than you do. They just know these like secret actors who are out there who they've seen 15 times and haven't booked, but they love them. And they'll know that. So like they have a whole little magic field of amazing talent that they're going to hopefully pull for you. And what do I like to see from an actor? I think surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, but like I have seen a lot of like perfect performances. I'm like, yep, that was exactly as it felt like it would be and should be, and like he had nailed it. And I wish there was more. Like, I wish there was something unexpected. I wish there was something I hadn't thought of. I wish that it, had veered like a little to the left or a little to the right. Like, I wish there'd been one moment that I went, oh, like an actor will laugh in the middle of a crying scene. And I'm like, oh, that's it. There it is, So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to be connected, to be affected, to be surprised, I find the audition process to be awful. Like, I just think it's awful. It's awful for actors. I just don't, the process of it, I just think is like, how could you possibly work like this?
Especially now with self-tapes, because it seems like all of us are like, is anybody watching this? Do you watch tapes when you're, or do you wait?
Absolutely.
You do, yeah, okay.
But they filter for me.
Right.
I don't have time. Like, especially on an episode, like if we're casting a guest star, they're filtering for me.
Right. Do you have a number you like to see?
I will say I have said lately, please send me fewer, because I will watch all of it. I'm very attentive, and I watch it all, and I like really invest. And I feel like I'm the kind of director that like, maybe for so many years, like I didn't have the opportunity to work with like, huge, experienced, amazing talent who could do 10 notes and like juggle and whatever, which I have gotten to work with now, which is great. Yeah. But back in the day, I was like, oh, I can help anyone get there. And so like, I'll be looking at a person and like wanting to say like, okay, I see what they're doing. I see how I could get them there. Like, I think there's value in every performance in a way. So I have had to say, send me fewer.
That's fair.
And then if I don't respond to any, I go, send me more. Right. So like, it's not like I'm like, oh, I only have these. And there have been many times, especially, you're casting kids, you're casting someone older, or you're casting in Vancouver, or like there's times where you're like, really, like, can we not dig deeper? Can we go further?
Do you have a casting director you use, or do you just go with wherever the studio tells you?
Yeah, no, I mean, I worked with an incredible team on Wander Darkly, but I haven't made a feature since then. So like, yeah, lately it's been popping around quite a bit. Yeah. But I think there's a lot of great, talented people that I'd be very happy to work with coming up.
Yeah. I like that idea of like, you mentioned like laugh when they're supposed to be crying. It's so interesting because like we want to do it perfect, but honestly, life isn't perfect. I've been taking an on-camera class.
It depends on who your director is. Some directors want it that like perfect thing. Like it's like, I'm always like the house in E.T. It's got to be messy. Like I'm like, make it messier, please make it messier.
Well, life's messy, right?
Life's
messy.
I
agree. It's just so. To your point about auditioning sex, it's just so weird. Like I come from like an analytical world where I studied math and science. Like
Oh,
I have an
wow.
engineering degree, and it's like
And then you switch to acting?
I know it's annoying.
That's so wild.
But to me, it's like A plus B equals C. And so, like, I want a formula for auditions, but, like, that's absolutely not how you can approach those, because that is
Yeah.
just going to put you in a box when you need that laugh when you're supposed to cry or whatever.
Yeah. Where you're
it's
playing
just-
against the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. And with self-tapes, it's just become this thing where it's like, how can I stand out on this gray backdrop? What can I do? And it's just,
it's funny.
very-
I remember casting. Now I'm going to forget who I'm talking about. Oh, never mind. Let's skip it.
No,
So
tell
that was
us.
names.
We don't need the name. We'll put it in post.
Casting an actress for something, and she did this thing in the audition where she like put her hair up or something, and it was like kind of like supposed to be a flirty moment, but she did it so casually, and I was like, that's cute.
Yeah.
Like that's the moment. Like wasn't scripted, wasn't and I was like, oh, that's the moment.
That's so funny. My acting teacher, Robert Devons, had a girl do that in a class recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just put your hair up.
Just put your hair up at
Yeah.
the start of it. Yeah.
Giving yourself some business, doing whatever.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I think there's also like I heard somebody talking about this. There's like a tendency for this generation to want to like mumble, if like they don't buy a line, if they don't, like they kind of mumble through things. And I think if you can manage to not be afraid of a line and actually say it and have it feel authentic, like that's a pretty good trick.
Yeah. Are we back to mumblecore now?
Maybe. Maybe. No shade on mumblecore. Those guys are geniuses.